Hello, welcome to Romantic Wednesdays with Poetry. I am Alisa Agnes, your host, and I believe it's time to get real and spill some tea or coffee. So today we'll continue talking about songs. This time I have tracks 3 and 4 for you, and they are called The End of the World and I Will Stand on My Feet Again. So, one song is really sad. It's about the situation when the man realizes that he loves 2 women at the same time and he doesn't want to let go any of them, and it was simply the end of the world, as the title of the song says. And the second one is about the moment when the guy says that he doesn't need you anymore, and you feel so heartbroken, but you also realize that you will stand on your feet again. And it's also a very comforting song for anyone who needs to hear this. So at first I'd like to read you the first lyrics, and then I will tell you a few more words about this song. So, that's the end of the world. You haven't seen nothing yet. If you never heard your man saying, "Baby, you got a pretty face, but I love hers too." It was the end of the world to me. It was the end of the world to me. You think it's wrong when he moves on loving somebody new. You haven't seen nothing yet. If he never tortured you while loving. If he never tortured you while loving. It was the end of the world to me when he came to me, did not let me go. No, he only tears his love for 2. No, you haven't seen nothing yet. No, you haven't seen nothing yet. You think that love can last forever, and maybe, yeah, it does. But it might not be meant for just 2. No, you haven't seen nothing yet. It was the end of the world to me. So that's the end of the world. As I've already told you, it's a really sad situation described here. When you hear from your loved one that he found somebody else and he thinks he loves her too, but at the same time he doesn't want to let you go. So you're kind of trapped in this relationship, and it's simply the end of the world, because it will be bad if you left him because you still love him, and at the same time you feel like you can't stay because this situation is just a torture for you. So in other words, it's simply the end of the world when you just don't know what to do anymore. And it's also like telling to other girls that sometimes our hearts get broken and you feel like it's really, really terrible, but it's like, okay, but did such a situation happen to you? This song is this kind of question. So I guess it's a really sad reflection, and you start to question if love is a forever kind of thing, if such things can happen, that that one perfect love you found can be not so perfect if the another part of you can love other women at the same time. So it's a really sad story, as I've already said, and it's simply the end of the world. right now I laugh about the situation, but in my history there was really such a guy and such a situation and this kind of confession, and I simply wrote this song then because it was just the end of the world to me. Right now I feel like I don't want to continue talking about this because it's tortured poets department kind of vibe. And that's why I can relate to this album by Taylor Swift so much, and that's why I really really love this, because I really felt tortured in a relationship, but in the past. And right now I want to read you the second lyrics. It's called I Will Stand on My Feet Again, and I hope this song will give you so much strength if you need this. So it's I Will Stand on My Feet Again. Stone cold crazy. He said he doesn't need me anymore. So I'm crying out, but nobody can hear. Hands of scars, my heart is broken. But I will stand on my feet. I will stand on my feet again. Someday, but not today. But I will stand on my feet. I will stand on my feet again. I will do it for myself. I watch it going round and round, but tears can't dry. I scream, I shout. Need to find a way out, louder. Need to save myself. Can you help me? But I will stand on my feet. I will stand on my feet again. Someday, but not today. But I will stand on my feet. I will stand on my feet again. I will do it for myself. You don't have to follow Werther. You can still find your light. Maybe even save someone. So don't give up. You'll be alright. You will stand on your feet. You will stand on your feet again. Someday, but not today. But you will stand on your feet. You will stand on your feet again. You can do this for yourself. So yes, it's I Will Stand on My Feet Again. This song, as I've already said, it's this kind of situation when you find some strength in you and you decide to keep on going even though it feels like it was the end of the world a moment ago. But it's also a totally different situation here, because it's about just, I guess, about a breakup when the guy doesn't want to be with you anymore and you just feel heartbroken, and it's like you feel like he's a really cold kind of stone, but you are also this way, because sometimes when you cry so much, in the end you meet with this kind of feeling when you don't feel anything anymore. It's called apathy. And so yeah, and also Hands of Scars, it's just this kind of metaphor when you kind of imagine yourself carrying all this weight and all these scars, and it's not literally like you cut your hands or something like that. It's just reference to all those situations when that gave you scars. It's just that. It's not something so depressing, like I've already said. So as I've said, it's about strength you find in yourself, and you realize that you really don't want to be in this situation when things keep on going round and round, and it's and this heartbreaking situation keeps happening in the like forever, and you just need a change, and you hope to find someone who will help you. You hope to find some kind of leader that will help you to get out of the trap. It's just about saving yourself. So I guess it's kind of like another situation when you realize that you just want to live and you can only hope for escape. And later we have a situation when I talk to you literally, and it's about hope. You don't have to have suicidal thoughts like Werther who shot himself, and in a inappropriate way. I mean, it's said that he couldn't even do this one last thing good, and that's why he was dying for several days instead of immediately. So it's a really bad situation, and you absolutely shouldn't follow these steps. So it's important to keep on believing in yourself and just not to give up. So the last chorus is changed, as you've already probably noticed, and it's about you. You can still stand on your feet again. Someday you will have this strength in you when you decide to move on and keep on living, and you will feel strong enough to just be bigger than the situation that happened to you. So I guess it's all that I can tell you about these two songs today. And to be honest, it's been a few years since I wrote them, and I feel like I probably don't remember those melodies anymore, or it's like they are more like poems to me right now. So that's all I can tell you about it today. But I will keep on working on it, and maybe I will recall those melodies, or it's just this kind of melody that it's specific for poetry. But well, we see how it will turn out. So in the next episode I will tell you more about a birthday song. It's a very short song, and you may not know why it's called like that. Well, it's just I wrote this on my birthday, and that's why I called this birthday song. And the second title is You Need to Go a Verbal March. I have a very specific idea for this song, but I will tell you more in the next episode. So I guess you know now everything, so I can only tell you until next time. Bye.